Hi fantasy managers, welcome to FPL Team Talks. In this video I'm going to go through my team selection for game week 22. I'm going to have a look forward to the next couple of game weeks with the double game weeks coming into effect, which players I want to keep, which players I'm going to get rid of. I've got plenty of money, 2 free transfers to play with. So if you enjoy these sort of videos, give it a like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and in the meantime, let's take a look. Let's quickly have a look at how I got on in game week 21. And overall, it was a pretty successful week. I got a green arrow, which is all I was going to ask for. Kepa did the business for me again. Akanji kept the clean sheet, was great. It feels like ages ago since the last round of matches were played because of the FA Cup. Trippier does what he always did. Rashford again. De Bruyne picked up an assist as well. And Haaland was the obvious choice for captaincy. And he just made the hat-trick reminders just how invaluable and just how incredible he's been this season. Kane picked up points. I suppose the only blot was Cucurella got a clean sheet and played, which was a little bit unexpected given his recent selection issues. And away at Liverpool, I don't think I can really kick myself. I just was never going to play him and Kepa. But it's good to know he's back in the side. White only got 45 minutes, so disappointing. Martial injured, Somerville still out as we know, and Ward only got one on the bench. So it was a decent week, game week 21. So moving forward then, what are the plans and how does my team look? Looks pretty good for game week 22, I have to say. I've got 2 transfers and 1.9 in the bank. So I've got a bit of flexibility. And I'm really struggling, to be honest, where to put my transfers. A great luxury to have. In some ways, I just wish I just had the one that I could just roll another one over. But I'm not going to lose that transfer. I'm not going to waste it. It will go on something. The one thing that I guess I've got to be aware of is game week 25 and the double game weeks coming up. So Martial is a bit of a concern to me. He came off the bench and he got the goal in midweek in the EFL Cup, and he has some great fixtures coming up with a double game week. So I am a little bit wary of him. He's, in terms of his appearances and goals, if he's fit and available, he just plays. And for me, I would keep him. His XGI is brilliant. And Manchester United scoring goals on form. So he just plays. It's his minutes now that concerns me. And getting rid of him was an easy choice, I think, while he wasn't available. I would have just brought Weghorst in for this game week, and that was the plan. But I'm not so sure now. But looking forward, I've got the Arsenal double game week, which I have to consider, and I definitely want 3 Arsenal assets. They're playing in game week 25, so I need them in for that as well. And the double game week, all I've got is Ben White at the moment. I want to bring in more Arsenal players. Man United don't have the double this week, so that's a priority. And Man City, I've already got 3 of their players, Akanji, De Bruyne and Haaland. I think I'm pretty happy with those 3, so they don't need to be messed around too much with. But now we know Manchester United will blank in game week 25 because they got the EFL. I do have to bear in mind which assets I want to keep for them. Luke Shaw, I think he's gone up to 5.3 since I've put this video together. So he's definitely one that's going to stay. Rashford's gone up to 7.2. He's definitely going to stay. Those are the 2 players that I will keep in my side. The other player that I'll keep is going to be Trippier. And the rest I'm just going to have to lose. I think I would prefer having Fernandes in the side. And I was looking at Weghorst. But with Martial now back, I'm worried about who's going to get more minutes, Weghorst or Martial. I think they'll share minutes in the next couple of games. I wouldn't be surprised if Martial starts the second of those 2 in the double game week. So I'm a little bit concerned about bringing Weghorst in. It's a 1 hit. So I think I'm probably just going to end up keeping Martial. In terms of the rest of the players, then I've got Saka. He's got good fixtures for the double game week. Who to bring in from Arsenal? I've got Odegaard. I think is the one I'm probably going to end up bringing in because Saka's just too much money for me. I can't stretch to him without really reinventing the side altogether. 8.2, he would be my preferred choice. Otherwise, Martinelli, worried about game minutes with him, sharing it with Trossard. And otherwise, Nketiah, I think it just has to come in up front. Trossard was a threat to him, but it looks like he's going to be playing more wide left, which leaves Nketiah up through the middle. And I think he's going to be the one that I'll end up bringing in game week 23 when they have a game week. So this is a side to remind us about how we would set up in game week 22. The original plan, as I said, was to take Martial out and bring Weghorst in. Martial was injured. Weghorst comes in just for 1 week. That's all it had been for the double game week. And then what I'd have ended up doing is maybe bringing Odegaard in for this week or possibly saving him for 23. And I think I probably would have saved him for 23 and just kept Elmer on at home to West Ham. I think that's probably as likely Elmer's going to get a return as Odegaard away at Everton, especially now with the sort of new manager and a Dyche new manager bounce effect. So Weghorst no longer, I don't think I can trust to stay in the side. So Almiron would come out for Odegaard as we see, and Martial would play instead of Weghorst, because I just think he's got a good chance of getting minutes as Weghorst have. So there's no point making a transfer. That's just a real sideways move. And then Almiron, I think at this moment in time, I would keep instead of Odegaard, which means where does my transfer go? I think at the moment what I'd be tempted to do is go from Somerville to Matoma. Matoma would then start in this game week, and who would I bring out is the difficulty. For game week 23, I don't think he would play, but if we go back to game week 22, I think at home to Bournemouth, potentially I would bring Akanji out and bring Matona into midfield. The only thing I don't like about this is that Matona possibly wouldn't play in game week 23, and I'm going to have to bring him out in game week 25 anyway, because I've already got Trippier, Shaw and Rashford playing. Martial would come out for Nketiah in 23, and Almiron possibly would come out as well for Odegaard. So Matoma just at home to Bournemouth and possibly in any game week 24 would play. But it feels like I'm not really using that transfer to any great effect, because Matoma's going to have to come out for 25. At the moment, I'm quite happy keeping Cucurella. He's another option, but I'm a little bit stuck, and I think Matoma is a good option. Let me know what you think. That's it for this one then, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Matoma is a good idea? Should I bring him in? Is there anything that I'm completely over missing for my side? And who are you going to captain for game week 22? We'll come back at you next week with more watch list, transfer tips, team selections, all that good stuff. So if I don't speak to you before, have a good one, and I'll see you on the other side.